Previously, we've taken a look and ranked furry movies to whether they're good or they're bad. We've taken a look at furry cartoons and decided if they're hot or not. And this time, we thought we'd take a look at furry video games. Hello, I'm Shadow Raccoon.
And I'm Theodore Rabbit.
And today, we're going to be ranking some furry video games. So, if you haven't seen the previous videos or need a quick refresher, basically what we've got is we've got a list of random furry video games. We haven't obviously got all of them, because I think if we did all thousands of them, we'd probably be here all year.
About 72 hours worth of...
I'm sure some of you would probably want to see that, but I think I'd probably pass out by that. So we've cut it down to a small selection. So if your favourite one isn't here, drop it in the comments below, and it might make it into the list next time we do this. Yeah. So we'll be ranking everything from S tier through to F tier. If it's really bad and awful, it goes in F, and if it's amazing, only the special ones go in S.
Only the real.
S is for the real gems.
The real gems.
So, Camera Bird, what is our first video game?
Your first one is Fight of Animals.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, well, we're starting with a really high bar.
Oh, that's an interesting one. That's quite a recent game.
It is very recent.
That is from the people who made Fight of Gods,
Yeah.
which was really controversial.
The really janky...
Yes, yeah, I don't own it, but you do, and I've watched
do.
you play it. I'm not a fighting game person.
I won't lie, I'm a massive fighting game fan, but I do like playing it only because it's so janky and so terrible.
Right, so it's not a good game, but it's fun because
It's the so bad it's good thing.
Oh, right. So does that mean it's... I kind of say in that base, I mean, based on what I've seen and watched you play, I would probably put them about a C tier.
It's a C tier.
It's cheap, but it's not amazing.
It's cheap. It's going to last you a few hours. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you go, hey, I'm a giant muscly doge.
Has it got bears in it?
Bears?
Bears.
Oh, bears. No, I don't think it has got a bear in it.
Oh, see, yeah, definitely.
It's got a dolphin.
Yeah. Is there any raccoons? No.
No
right,
raccoons.
It's definitely a C.
No.
It's a sort of
foxes though.
I think foxes are good.
Foxes.
I think it's the sort of one that you would buy when it's on offer.
Yeah, it's definitely an offer game, but it is a lot of fun.
Okay, C tier. Stick it in
C tier.
Okay, let's do that. And what is our next video game?
Your next one is BanjoKazooie N64.
Fantastic. Right, now I can say it.
Yeah.
Yay bears.
Yay bears.
I haven't said that in so long.
No, you haven't.
Anyway, no, I love this game. This is one of the earliest video game memories I have playing, actually. I went around my friend called Joe. He wouldn't let me play it at all because Joe was a right dick.
Wow.
Up yours, Joe, if you're out there watching.
I don't even know you. Up yours, Joe.
Oh, yeah, no, I really loved it. It wasn't until years later that I actually got to play this myself because I didn't have an N64 as a kid, but it was beautiful. It's a nice kind of, well, it's open world, isn't it, almost, really, in those eras?
No, the levels are still encapsulated.
But they feel more kind of open than other games
Mario
in the era.
64 style worlds, but they're kind of open world in their own little
And
thing.
the characters are fun, the jokes are there, it's...
Oh god, it's very English sense of humour.
Yeah, no.
You can't tell that it was made by a bunch of hyphen fans. And
this is the sort of retro game, I think, for me, I would probably tell you to go and seek out and just play somewhere, maybe an emulator, not that we're encouraging piracy.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I adore English humour in games.
Yeah, I mean, if you like an English humour game, this is a good one to start with if you want an Anthro one and you like bears, because you should. I think this is an A.
Yeah.
I'd reserve it off of the S just because you know what I mean? It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
No, I would put Banjo. I put Conquer slightly higher because
that's
I like
a reasonable
the humor,
argument. Yeah.
Maybe, but I do like Banjo an awful lot.
Okay, so A seem good to you?
Oh, definitely A.
Let's
I
go
put
with
it
A.
in S myself, so there we go.
Stick it in A. Right, what's next?
Sly Cooper Thieves in Time.
Oh, well, there we go.
So here's some bias for you. S. Right. Actually, you're probably going to be a bit surprised here. I might not say S on this one. Right? F? Yeah, exactly. No. My reason for not putting it as S, okay, is two things, right? One, I don't want to spoil alert too much here, but it ends on a cliffhanger, right? And there's been no sequel since, so it will leave you wanting another game that doesn't exist, and, 10 years later, you're still waiting for that game, and it's a bit sad. And secondly, that again.
Well, I was pissed. I've only seen him finish this game, and I was pissed off at the ending as well, so... I mean, annoyingly, the game itself is really nice.
I mean, I haven't played it for a little while, but I recently watched Regda playing it through, and is just as good as I remember. The characters are great, the voice acting's fantastic, the level
Nolan
design's really
North
good.
is a really good bad guy. In
The
that.
Vita version is a little lacking compared to the PS3 version, but it's still kind of cool that you can switch the game between being on the go. I mean, who doesn't want to take a Raccoon game on the go with them?
It was ambitious to put on a Vita, to be honest.
But I'm gonna... I guess I could still say S.
yeah.
Can we agree on S? I think it's a sort of very solid game. It's just the ending maybe lets it down
I
a
would
little
say
bit.
S, but I have no choices to say
Yeah.
anything other than S.
Oh, that is
S.
quite cheap to pick up on PlayStation Store, so, S. Stick an S. Yay! Raccoon game.
Or I get abused.
Oh, there'll be rabbit ones in this list. What's next, Camera Bird?
Guess what? It's another raccoon one called Donut Country.
Oh, surprise, surprise! Another
Hey,
Raccoon
we picked
game.
these names out of a hat, so,
Uh-huh.
Now this
Sure.
is fantastic, right? It's a very short game, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cheap, and it's available on pretty much every platform, including your phone.
Anything.
And it's really fun on both phone, PC, and Switch, because I've played all versions.
It is very
of that.
therapeutic, this game. Don't expect lots of action or anything like that. It's got a really cute storyline, but it's very therapeutic, just sucking things up into a hole.
There's lots of other animals in it. It's
That
not
sounded
just a
worse than it was
raccoon.
meant to sound, but you know what I mean.
There's lots of other animals. There's birds.
There is.
That sort of thing. And it's cheap. So, I mean, that does rank highly. I don't think it's the most amazing game you're ever going to play, but it is fun and it's a nice puzzle game. I think it's
And it
nice
has
so far.
raccoons in it.
Yeah, there we go. So I can say, well, what do you reckon? Go on, because you know where I'm going with this. So.
To be honest with you, I actually generally I have this on the Switch. I think it's a very good game. I would personally put it as a B because it's very, very therapeutic and it's worth playing.
B. See, I was going to say A because I don't think it is S tier quality.
Well, yeah, you would.
But
no, go on.
I can agree with a B, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very short and it needs a sequel.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
But
it does
it's
need a
definitely,
sequel.
I think anything from B upwards is a buy, right? C kind of downwards. C's kind of the maybe wait for it on promo spot. Let's go for B. Stick it in B. I might argue with you later on that
£5
one.
on the Switch is the perfect sweet spot for it. It goes like that very often.
Yeah, there we
Very-
go.
Very good fun.
Okay.
Next one is Panzer Dragoons.
Now we're talking.
Oh, but dragons, right? Okay.
Dragons.
So,
Very stylized
how did
dragons.
this was critically well received, wasn't it, when it first came out? It was kind of an iffy one.
Yes and no, as we watched recently ourselves. A lot of people didn't like it because the gameplay wasn't very new and innovative and stuff like that, even at the time, but there was no games like that. So
I will be controversial here. It's not the most amazing gameplay. From watching
no,
you play it as well.
it's still very much. I mean, it was made by the same people who made Star Fox.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, it plays. It has a fantastic audio.
Oh, the soundtrack
by
pushes
the
that
Japanese
upwards.
Philharmonic Orchestra, and it plays because it's on rails. It plays as the game goes through all the way to the end.
And
it's all on time.
A bit of dragon game. Dragons are cool.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
The dragon
that's really
designs
nice.
are amazing. This exoskeleton style design.
So I'm happy to
I
say.
like it.
See, I was going to say C. I'm going to have a feeling you probably want to go higher than that.
No, I would say C because the later games are a lot better than that.
C. Okay.
So
Well,
C is a good start. I may be saying B maybe, but I'd say C.
let's go with C. C. Perfect. Okay, Camera Bird. What's our next game?
Sonic 06.
Oh boy! Right, of all the Sonic games we could have put on this list, that is the worst. I think it's an insult to the existent, to its being existent. It should be, all copies of it should be gathered and burned, and I actually feel that maybe it should replace E.T. in that landfill in Arizona.
The problem I have with this game is I know the backstory to how it was made, and it was so ambitious, and then they gave them no money and no budget to finish it with.
Definitely, but...
So, really, underneath all that jankiness, the hilarious bugs, the hilarious everything else, if it had just been given a year maybe of work, it would have been probably one of the best Sonic games.
Yeah, unfortunately...
But it did give us so many memes.
I feel like maybe it could get a remaster
It's so
in the future, but I think without any of that, we're looking at core games here that should have Furry by them, and that sort of thing. And
if you can pick it up for really cheap
No,
and you really
I-
want to laugh for the weekend, go for it. It's
But
fun.
I think
It's
that,
very streamable.
yeah,
It's very
I guess in
strange.
that case, but this has to go in the F. There's no way that can go in anything other than F. That is a game that appears on the worst video games of all time list.
When Shadow the Hedgehog beats you, then you know you fucked up.
Yeah,
It's a shame because I really like Silver the Hedgehog and I like some of the music in that game as well.
there's
It's
stuff to like.
It's really.
But-
It's
Like I
such a
said,
shame
just-
his introduction to the Sonic series was just.
Execution.
Yeah.
So-
But luckily, without the game being completely too
Yes,
know,
yes, yes.
bad. It's Silver the Hedgehog actually kind of came out okay.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
end. It wasn't too bad related.
So
to
much
that game.
stuff from Sonic 06 became canon later on and became
Yeah.
something part of it. And I
Plus,
really
Silver
hit the
is
microphone.
shiny, so you know there's always. No, I'm sorry. You're probably going to agree on F, aren't you? Anyway. So,
Yeah, F.
Okay, stick that in F. Sorry, Sonic fans. Again, there is other games in the Sonic series which are amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we like Sonic here. It's just
We
that
do.
game
We're
don't
big
like.
Sonic fans. Reggie definitely is.
But if you're a fan of something, you have to be critical of it as well. When it's
Oh,
bad,
God.
you have to admit it's bad.
I'm a
That's what
Transformers
being a fan is.
fan, and if I wasn't critical of Michael Bay and all that crap, I would be, you know, a really bad person.
Okay, right. That's an F. What's next?
BobZ 3D.
Oh, another
Oh,
wonderful.
right. Okay, we've got bad ones all in a row here. Oh boy. Oh dear me.
Right,
You're right.
okay.
Yeah, go on. You probably know a bit more about. You can probably share a bit more about the history of BobZ.
The
here for
only
people
thing
who
about
don't know.
BobZ 3D you have to remember is it was one of the very first 3D platformer games ever made before Mario 64. So you are looking at really old 3D platformer. It's still atrocious and plays like shit.
This is the problem.
So
is-
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, BobZ is.
No, it's terrible.
BobZ, they were trying to make obviously a new kind of big character here.
Yeah.
He was going to be massive, and oh boy, did they screw that one up. I mean, if you're a cat, I guess it's got that going for it. But,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, BobZ's got his fans in his own way, but again, like
I
we were
don't
saying
know
with
if
Sonic 06, it's very streamable because it's absolutely atrocious.
but I still feel that it's more playable than Sonic. It doesn't have game-breaking bugs in it.
Yeah,
Well,
I
okay,
played
yes,
it.
it does, but
It's not.
No.
It's really not.
so do we feel that's another? Is that another F job?
It's another F. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, I'm on board with that.
It's
That's
atrocious.
It's a bad game. Interesting, my parents wouldn't ever let me own that. I
Good.
wanted it. They told
Something
me no
I agree
because I
with
said
your
I wouldn't
parents
like
for
it.
once.
It's rare. Oh dear. Okay, into the bin, into F. Okay,
Into
what
the bin.
have we got next?
Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Oh, now there we go.
Now that is, if you're gonna do a remaster,
Yeah.
that is how you do it. It's fantastic. It looks amazing on all the platforms it's been released on.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we
the
have it on
Switch
Switch.
version is fantastic. I need to get it on PS4.
It's witchcraft. I don't know how they managed to put it on there. I really don't.
You know,
it looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, other than that giant download they make you do on the Nintendo Switch version,
Yeah,
I think that's my
true.
only real complaint about it. It's beautiful. The controls are great. It doesn't really drop frames, especially in
No.
the Switch version.
No, not at all.
And yeah, it just reignited my love
But
for
all the other versions
Spyro.
look great as well.
Because I don't think I gave Spyro games enough time back when I was younger. Because
No, I didn't.
I was
definitely
more
didn't.
into Crash, you see, at that point. And it just gave me that chance to be kind of enjoy Spyro.
I was more into fighting games and Sonic and stuff like that. I didn't really give Spyro any chance.
Yeah.
I thought it was a kiddie game, and why was I wrong? I
Oh
really like
no,
it.
that game makes me angry because it actually gets really hard.
No.
But it's beautiful. It
No.
looks good. Spyro looks amazing in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have to say that's an S if you ask me.
Oh, definitely an S. I mean, again, I'm a big Spyro fan, so.
Stick it in S.
Stick it in
let's
an
do
S.
that. S for Spyro.
Them
don't we?
dragons are good looking.
Oh, yeah.
amazing looking. Okay, what is next?
Jackrabbit 1994.
Yay!
Oh, 94.
I'm glad this got on
So
there.
I was 5, right?
Yeah.
I don't have memories of this
I
as a kid.
wasn't.
I played it as an adult. Obviously, you're the rabbit here, so do
I
you
am the
believe in
rabbit
this
here.
one?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is one of those games that looks amazing on
look
the
nice.
PC, even really way back in the midst of time. It was one of those games that actually rivaled console games for graphic looking, things like Mario and so forth. It's about a green rabbit, not related to Bucky O'Hare, but my god, they look similar sometimes. I don't know what's it with green rabbits. I don't quite understand, but I don't care. I like green rabbits.
It's a nice platformer, isn't
It's
it?
amazing. You just don't go around shooting the hell out of things. It's all set in space.
The difficulty's there. It's got a little
definitely
bit
got
of difficulty to it. And again, the music's quite nice.
Oh, the
you know?
music's amazing. I mean, for a old-fashioned PC speaker system, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to go retro here. I mean, it's a good retro game choice.
Really good. They
I think
really should remake these
Could
games.
be. I
though.
think it might be one of the oldest on our list, actually.
Mm.
I don't know. We'll see.
Jackrabbit
Um,
2 is good as well. I think Jackrabbit 2 is actually
Is
better.
it, you know, it's spawned free game. Is it free games?
No, it was 2 games and 1 on the GBA, which is basically a remake.
Well, fair enough. So there we are. There's even a GBA remake.
Yeah.
I think A.
Bring Jazz Jackrabbit back.
I'm going to say A.
Oh, definitely an A.
Yeah, I think an A. It's not
it's
quite
one of my
S,
favourites.
but if they made a nice new version of it, maybe a 3D version
Oh.
I'd love
Well,
to
it
see
didn't have to be
it.
3D. It could just be really nice.
I'd love to see what they would do with it on the PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox, you know.
I'll switch.
Yeah, what have we got next?
Last one is Metamorphic Force.
Now
there
we
we
love
go.
this game.
I was
We've
just
all played
saying,
this
I
one.
think this one's older than Jazz
The
Jackrabbit.
Koala
Yeah?
Muncher.
Is this older than Jazz Jackrabbit?
No.
No.
It's not old.
Okay, so Jazz Jackrabbit is the oldest. Okay, so this is an arcade game. It's probably the one that probably those people watching this might not be so familiar with.
No.
It's an arcade game. I don't know how frequently or
We
common
got
the machines
introduced to
appear.
it, didn't we, by somebody? I can't remember. But
Yeah.
Maybe a podcast or something, but we played it. It's basically a scrolling belt beat 'em up in the same, like, Final Fight, things like that.
Streets of Rage, kind of
Streets of Rage, Final Fight. Except the twist here is that every now and again you collect these idols that enemies drop that basically metamorphosizes you into basically an anthro.
Yeah,
Beefed up and
There's a bear, there's a fox, there's a
yay bear. Well, if there's bears in it, it's always yay bears.
Yeah, there is
so it's a
definitely a
yay
bear.
bear certified game.
Oh, and a bull. That was the other one.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
So
That's the last one.
if maybe you're a muscle fur or something like that.
And you're basically beating up Scalies, or pretty much all the way through the game.
or Scalies.
I know, but they do look
There
quite.
is a Phoenix boss.
There is a Phoenix box, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a nice game. It's obviously an arcade one, so it is quite short, which is good if you're playing on like an emulator.
Well, very
And
short because
you wouldn't want to play
It's
this
got
in,
4-player support, which is great if you've got friends over. So it has that advantage.
You
Now-
really wouldn't play this in the arcade though,
No.
because it eats up quarters
And-
like anyone's business.
Oh, it is insane. And
hence why I said it could
You're
be
right.
shorter.
I think that's my argument here, because if you were playing it in an arcade, right, I think it would have to be a D, because it's seductively furry,
Well-
and it's just going to bankrupt you.
Yeah,
you
your
know,
life bar goes down continuously whether or not you're doing anything or not.
I'm pretty sure you could buy a fursuit for less than playing the entire game
Oh,
in an arcade.
definitely.
So I think in that, so
but at
I'm,
home,
I'm going to split this into two,
Yeah.
because I'm going to actually put this on the board twice.
Okay.
So I think arcade,
arcade is
arcade
definitely
version
like
is a D.
A D or an F.
I think D. It's
D?
better than F because
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
fun
no, okay,
still.
D.
And the home version, if you've
So
got
there's
it
our
on
home
an
version.
emulator,
If you got it on an
Um,
emulator.
B.
Oh yeah, definitely a B.
B?
If you got friends around and you want a furry game, it's amazingly good.
Yeah, no, it's a good choice.
It's got a good soundtrack.
It's not like it's the most amazing on this list, but
No.
I think that is probably
No.
the safest option.
You get to be a bear holding a giant club, beating the hell out of people.
Oh,
mostly,
dear.
mostly skating.
Yeah, right, okay, so there's our list. So let's take a quick look back at what that looks like. What have we got in S rank? We've got Sly Cooper,
Yeah.
of course, because we should always have Sly there,
And-
and Spyro.
And Spyro. Which
You know,
is not deniable. Is it
I
really?
don't think I'm going to even bother changing them. So in A, we've got BanjoKazooie, Yay Bears and
Yeah.
such. Beautiful N64 game.
Beautiful.
And of course spawned a fantastic franchise there.
Yeah. Get it on Rare Replay. It's really good.
Yeah, that's a good way of playing it, actually. And we've also got Jackrabbit. I don't think I could argue on
Admittedly,
Jackrabbit.
you can only get that on DOSBox, but it's very easy to get on good old games.
I'm surprised you're not trying to force me to put Jackrabbit higher, but
I can make you if you want me to. I don't mind putting
no,
this
let's
in S.
keep it A. Let's
But
keep
like
it
I
an
said,
A.
I would say the second one is better than
Well,
the
as you
first,
shat
so-
on Donut County, we'll keep it an A.
Yeah, I like Donut County.
Oh, dear. Okay, in the B tier,
More
we
raccoons.
have got Metamorphic Force and Donut County. They're safe. I mean, Metamorphic Force at home is a B. Solid B.
Definitely a solid B. It's
I-
a great piece of fun.
I'd love to see it get remade into a full game.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen.
There's plenty of ways of doing it nowadays.
You know, and Donut County, which, again, as we discussed, it's a short game. If it was longer, I think
Yeah.
I could push it higher. It's a beautiful little game with a raccoon.
It is. It's very funny. It's well written.
What's not to love? Oh dear. And then in the C tier, we have got Fight of Animals
Yeah.
and Panzer Dragoon. I mean, if we're just talking about Panzer Dragoon from a music side of things, I'd probably actually put it much higher. The music is better than the
I
game.
would like to
I'm
put
afraid.
Panzer Dragoon higher because I think, as an overall experience, Panzer Dragoon is amazing. You have to take everything into consideration: music, looks, everything.
Well,
And the remake is
I'm
really
basing
nice.
this on would I feel comfortable buying it at full price? I think it's a wait for an offer. from this out.
£30 or
30 quid is
I think
way
it's
too expensive for that
$35.
experience.
No.
Keep it at C. Okay, then of course we've got D. We have got the arcade version of Metamorphic Force, which will bankrupt you.
Which will bankrupt you.
I mean, I could
Absolutely.
even say that maybe it deserves to go to E for that.
I'm okay with that because it is notoriously bad. for
Let's stick it
taking
into E. Into E.
You could use 10 credits on the first level.
Yeah, into E. You know, you look at it, and it loses money. A bit like that scene from Simpsons where Milhouse inserts like 40 quarters
Yeah.
to play Water World
Walks
and then moves
forward
one
and then,
step.
and then dies. And then, yeah, that's basically
I love
Metamorphic
that.
What a
Force.
rip-off!
Yeah, exactly. Is that? Let's not talk about Waterworld.
Or Simpsons.
I love Simpsons though.
I know.
Okay, and then E. Obviously, we've only got that, and then F. We've got Sonic and BobZ, and
There's a couple for
see
you.
now I don't think it's fair. Even though Sonic 06 is a terrible, terrible game, BobZ is somehow worse just
I've had
because
more
of
fun
its
out of
existence.
Sonic than I have out of BobZ.
It's a
I
failed
mean, I know it's a-
franchise.
I know it's a buggy mess, but it's still got
You're gonna get some-
sort of charm to it.
I
It's got
finished
comedic
Sonic
value,
06,
yeah,
hasn't
same.
it? So should we be controversial here? Should we actually give it a little bit of pass and move Sonic 06 up to E?
And yes, before anybody else says, yes, we do know Sonic 06 has that dodgy scene with Sonic and that human girl.
Oh, yeah.
The music's quite
Just
good.
to kind of preempt all the
music,
comments.
You have Zebrahead doing the main.
Oh, God, I
theme
forgot
song.
There we go.
Zebrahead.
There we are. That's good
Yeah.
enough. I like Zebrahead.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonic go into E, and BobZ. Well, congratulations.
BobZ stays there.
You're officially our channel's worst video game. I'm pretty sure there is worse out there, and we'll be doing enough
I'd
of
be
these videos
hard-pressed
to
to
rank
find
worse.
it.
But you know, BobZ is awful. Don't play it unless you want to laugh at it, I guess. But
Yeah.
So there we go. Those are some furry video games that we've ranked. Do you agree with our rankings? Let us know in the comments below. What games would you like to see us rate next? Put them down there too.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or consider supporting us on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. I'm Shadow Raccoon,
And I'm Theodore Rabbit.
and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.